10 years ago, Sega introduced us to Kazuma Kiryu, an ex-Yakuza who keeps getting sucked back into the world of Japan's underground organized crime. In Yakuza Kiwami, we get a good high-definition way to revisit Kiryu's first adventure, but it also showcases just how much the Yakuza series has improved since that original outing. Kiryu is fresh out of a stint in prison after taking the fall for his dear friend in a murder case. He's got a lot of catching up to do, but it's not long after setting foot again in Tokyo's neon-lit Kamurocho district that he's caught up in a web of drama, betrayal, and action. While the story remains the same as the original Yakuza, the details on the character models and backgrounds have been completely reworked to look on par with other Yakuza games on the PS4, giving Kiwami a truly cinematic feel that really helps you get into the twists and turns of its riveting crime drama. It also helps Kamurocho feel more vibrant and alive as the recreation of a bustling Japanese nightlife area, packed with attention to detail and unique sights. Gameplay has seen a substantial improvement as well. Instead of the clunky-feeling combat in the original, we get something much more like the recent Yakuza 0, where Kiryu can use several different fighting styles and earn upgrades to boost his power and learn new moves. Kiryu's brutal beatdowns feel like the kind of raw, unrefined fighting you would associate with a criminal underground. Fighting randomly encountered enemies as you explore Kamurocho's back alleys is seamless, and when you see innocent people in need, you can intervene to help them out for rewards. And it's always a trip to see Goro Majima, Kiryu's main rival, pop up in weird places and attack to help you relearn special fighting skills, which cements his place as one of the Yakuza series' most beloved characters. Fan-favorite side quests like visiting hostess clubs and talking to the women there make a return alongside new additions. The Strangest is a bizarre female wrestling game like the one seen in Yakuza 0, only it's framed as a spin-off of an actual Japanese Sega arcade game about fighting insects. But it's the kind of offbeat weirdness alongside high drama that gives the Yakuza series its distinct charm, and you'll see plenty of that across Kiwami's side stories. However, even with some new additions, Yakuza Kiwami feels especially light on content compared to recent series games like Yakuza 5 and Yakuza 0, which can run more than 70 hours. The main story is around a third that long, and most of the side stories are easy to clear. That does explain why Sega is selling Kiwami at a lower price than usual. A much bigger problem with Yakuza Kiwami, however, is that Sega passed up a crucial opportunity to improve the overall flow by trimming out parts that never really worked well. Honestly, the first couple of hours of Yakuza Kiwami are not great. They involve an obnoxious fetch quest to retrieve a ring and a tedious stealth sequence infiltrating a funeral. Only after slogging your way through these are you able to kick some copious Yakuza butt and explore all of Kamurocho to its fullest. The structure of Yakuza Kiwami's story also has some pretty significant flaws. Time jumps and flashbacks out of nowhere make following certain story threads confusing, and there are points where the main plot gets frustratingly sidetracked just as things are getting interesting and instead focuses on side characters. The fact that there are some entirely new story cutscenes added in leaves me wondering why they didn't do a more dramatic revamp to bring the flow more in line with the modern Yakuza games. Yakuza Kiwami makes great strides in updating the original Yakuza game to modern standards. But while it adds better combat and bizarrely charming side quests and spruces up the graphics and atmosphere, it also ignores some of the original's biggest problems in pacing and storytelling. And because of its relatively short length, Yakuza Kiwami's fun trip through the tangled web of Japan's criminal underground feels like a prelude to something bigger and better to come, which of course it is. For more on Yakuza, check out our review of Yakuza 0.